Can here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. I put it down, representing for my team. I'm in green.
Tell us about what that week of preparation was like and how things unfolded today.
Yeah, I give those guys a lot of credit for getting themselves ready to play. Geronimo wasn't really. I always thought he was going to play, but Marquez didn't look great early in the week. Especially, Monday night game came in Tuesday, not feeling good, and Wednesday not feeling good, and something kind of turned Thursday, I think, and I felt like he might give it a go. I was teasing him on the sidelines in the fourth quarter there. Bet you're glad you played. He had 2 catches, 100 and some odd yards and a touchdown. But that's what it means to be a professional, and I'm proud of especially him. But obviously there's a lot of guys playing, with stuff, myself included. I've been on the injured list this week, and that's what it means to be a pro. And I'm proud of MVS for stepping up and playing.
How does 158 sound?
I still don't understand how they put that rating together, but it does sound pretty good.
In Dallas, after you had 4 rushing touchdowns, you said that was your best game. Does this top that along with the numbers you had today?
Yeah, I think this was most complete that I've played. I felt good about the timing. There were a lot of balls thrown on time, and obviously the line played fantastic. I think we've had Tom just told me 7 sacks in the last 6 games. It's pretty remarkable for those guys the way they're playing. Again, Brian and Dave have been rocks, but the inner 3 have really been playing well and gave me a lot of clean pockets where I could just throw. And then a few times that I had to hang in there or move slightly, we were able to complete those, and then guys made plays. Obviously Aaron with a great body adjustment catch, and I thought Jimmy played really well and made a great kind of ankle catch for a touchdown. That was great. And then Allen had some nice plays, and Geronimo also, and that's the way we want it to look.
Aaron, when did the knee pop? Was that after Dallas that the knee started to pop up? Was it during the game in Dallas?
Yeah, I think it was just kind of the combination of the wet weather we were having at that time in Green Bay, and going indoors a bunch and playing on the turf down there. Some of us older guys don't always react super positively to a lot of days on turf.
What are your thoughts or feelings about no flinch throws?
Yeah, sometimes they're necessary, and they're coming. But I feel good about the timing, with the first one to Geronimo. Took a couple shots, but I told Tahir out there, actually, I said, sometimes taking those shots make you feel like you're actually involved in the game. You're playing, you're a real football player. Don't want to take too many of those, but I'm glad I hung in there for a couple of those.
What does today mean to you? I know it's just a game in October against an out-of-conference foe, but you've obviously worked awfully hard to get into this offense and assimilate yourself and all these things and to put it all out there numbers-wise and production-wise and efficiency-wise.
Yeah, it feels good. I feel like this has been coming. I really do. I feel like we've been building, and I've been feeling a lot more comfortable. And Matt's been feeling more comfortable with, him calling it for me and feeling when I'm in that rhythm and when to be aggressive and when to pull back. But you love it when you have a couple good positive drives. You go down and get a touchdown into the half there after a nice stand, and then you come out and we come in the locker room and you talk about stuff, and the first play is a shot play. I just love that. Now I didn't throw a great ball on that one to MVS, but I love the aggressive nature that he's calling it, and that's, I think, when we've been at our best over the years, is being aggressive and then knowing when to dial it back. And we had even some more shots called today that we called off or dialed back based on the look. But he kept dialing them up. I thought the plan was really good. I think we had a really good third down and red zone plan. We've been struggling a little bit a lot on third down, and we were a lot better today on third down, obviously. And then the red zone plan I thought was really solid, and we executed.
Talk about the rhythm that you were in when you have as many touchdowns as incompletions. It obviously seems like you're in a pretty good rhythm. When's the last time it felt like it did today?
Well, I felt good in Dallas. I really did. I felt like like I was in a rhythm and I was moving well. I had to move a little bit more in that game, but at the end of last season, I felt great in the Jets game. I felt like I was moving well and seeing it and the timing. But the line has been so solid this year. Obviously, we have a low amount of sacks. But as far as the pocket, today was the best pocket we've had all season. We just were stout in the middle and allowed me to really step into a lot of throws on time, and I was pretty accurate, and we made some plays.
Hey, Aaron, when you're flaring the running backs early, are you able to see how the rest of the coverage is taking shape, and then how do you take advantage of it as this game goes on?
Yeah, that's the beauty in the way the plan, I think, came together this week, and really the way that Matt, wanted to start the game and call the game was there were a lot of things that you kind of saw early on that you felt good about coming back to some plays off of that. And so much misdirection at times in this offense. It really does open up a lot of stuff. And we did a good job in the red zone. We've been running so many inside handoffs with guys trailing down. Obviously the touchdown I had, I got on the edge and we didn't even block the end. And then we had another play, I threw it high to Gmo where he could have probably walked in. Again, that's a play off of a play that we've run for a touchdown already this season. So I thought the rhythm of the calls and the plan was really good this week.
Aaron, what does it mean to be 6-1 and to put this many wins away early in the win column?
Yeah, the key is playing at home. We're 4-1 at home. That's important. This was a really important game, I think, for us. Coming off a good stretch where we won a couple really important games. Obviously, last week, division game, Monday Night Football, 1-point win, and to follow it up without having a letdown. I'm not a big believer in trap games or letdown performances, but I do believe that the way the schedule has been set up, this has really tested our bodies. We're playing we played back-to-back teams off of bye weeks. We played out a short week. Now we're playing a team coming off a Thursday game, on Sunday Night Football. This is the toughest part of our schedule, I think, from a pure scheduling standpoint, and for us to come out today, especially on offense, where they were moving the ball pretty well on their offense, and we scored on 6 of our 8 possessions. That was needed today.
You're 3-0 without Devontae. Through those games, you hit 30 points, 40 today. How are you able? I know he's a huge part of your offense. How are you able to make up for that and play at the level you guys have been playing?
Yeah, I can promise you we need him, and we're a better offense with 17 on the field. We've just been spreading it out a little bit more, and guys have been stepping up. I think it's given everybody a chance to see the talent that we have with Jake Kumaro and Alan Lazard, guys who don't get a lot of playing time when our first 3 are healthy. Those guys are talented players. They can really play. And I thought Jimmy had his best performance today, which was great to see. So it's given guys more opportunities. 17 is just so dynamic. He's open on so many plays. And I think without him there, the ball is, we've had to scheme up plays for other guys, and guys have made plays when their number's been called.
Aaron, you used to talk about or sing about the double up. How vital was that today after the fumble at the pylon by Carr? Then you go in with Jake's touchdown. And then
Yeah, that was really important. The play that was most important was Blake's hustle. But to go 80 yards there in a minute 40 or whatever we had was pretty important. It starts with a good first play. Jamal caught a little flat route. Instead of going out of bounds, he turns it up, gets 9. We're into the drive. We get going. And then obviously, Jake the toe tap there was important, but we had a third down right before that play at Geronimo, and he caught it and was able to, make sure he got the first down, which kept that drive going, which put us in field goal range, which gave us opportunity to take a shot down the field, and Jake just made a really nice play.
Aaron, you've talked a lot about Jake the last 2 seasons, how he's stepped up in races and whatnot. What does it mean to you as a quarterback that he has kind of stepped up instead of, 17 being out and finally getting his first touchdown at Lambeau Field?
Yeah, I've been a fan of his since training camp. He just has a great approach to the game. He's a very talented guy. I think he's a really good route runner. I really do. He ran a great route on our sideline there in the third quarter, which is a big conversion on third down. He does a lot of little things that don't show up in the stat sheet. He's a selfless guy. He's everything you want in a receiver, and very proud of him with the opportunities he's gotten. I think over the years we've been really fortunate to have some great leadership in the room, and it shows those young guys how to act. What it looks like, what the expectations are, and guys like Jordy and James Jones and Randall Cobb and now Devontae Adams, it's his room, and he sets the tone. And I really feel like, whether it's expressed or not, one reason that Marquez played today was because that he knows how important it is to the guys in that room. He knows how important it is to me. He knows how important it is to Devontae, because Devontae played damn near a whole season on a terrible ankle. That's what you do. You go out and perform and play, and I'm really proud of that room.
Aaron, there's been years.
On the touchdown, Jones, is that ball where you wanted and he turned outside first, and then he realized he had to turn inside?
Yeah, we ran that in practice. I wanted a little higher angle on the corner, and based on the separation, I felt like the only way to complete it was to maybe lead him inside a little bit. I felt like to throw it within the boundary would have been too flat, and the guy was on him. And so I just tried to put it up. We've actually had guys make similar plays. Jake made a play in practice the other day, the same type of thing, a high-angle corner. He's a little flat. I throw it high, and he spins around. But for a running back to do it, he told me on the sidelines afterwards that he kind of owed me for last week. So I guess we're even now.
Watch your defense coming up with the big stuff, whether it's the goal line stand, the turnover on the goal line, the interception in the end zone. Is that something that watching your defense at work, you just come to expect them to do it because they do it more often than not?
Yeah, I was talking to Savage on the sidelines. I said, can we get a stop outside the red zone? Because they were moving the ball pretty good. And sure enough, they took it down in the red zone, and then Kevin picked it off, and we kind of had a laugh together about that. They've been really opportunistic in important times. And you say, well, we're up by 18, it's not that important, but that's a closeout play right there for the game. Based on the amount of time that was left, they score a touchdown, they're down 11 or 10. They still have 3 timeouts, there's still over 8 minutes left. So those are the closeout plays that we've gotten from our defense all season long. There wasn't didn't see a lot of sack dances out there today, but I'm sure they'll be having some good ones for next week now that's back on. And the energy that they bring every single week is really important to the chemistry we've created on our team. And on days where they're driving the ball, they're giving up some yards and stuff. Again, they come through with 2 turnovers, basically in the end zone, that I believe we turned into points both times.
There's been years where even before the season began, you talked about seeding, about playing for home field. There wasn't a lot of talk about that this offseason, obviously, but does it feel like is it too early to feel like you're playing for that at this point?
I think it's a little early at this point. I think that we're trending in the right direction. I happen to agree with, what Mike used to say about getting to 10 wins and then start talking about it. So we're at 6 right now. We got a long way to go. We're still not even halfway in our season. A lot of stuff can happen in this league. We know it week to week. It changes in a heartbeat. And you saw it, obviously, with Pat getting hurt last week. So we'll put this one to bed tomorrow and get ready for Kansas City.
Aaron, before you went to Chicago, you said this offense is going to be a work in progress. Earlier today, you just said that's the way we want it to look. Can you kind of take us through that? I know you got more work to do in the next 9 games, but Can you kind of take us through what that process has been like these 7 weeks?
I think the process has been really understanding the offense as a whole, and then learning how to win in different ways. And when you learn how to win in different ways, then you become a lot more dangerous offense because you just have so many more things you can throw at a defense. And we've been able to run the ball effectively and win with that. And, not turn the ball over, smart decisions in the passing game. And then today, obviously, we won throwing the ball and being aggressive. And that's what makes you a true dangerous offense. And we've had some great ones over the years. But you guys know we went through a stretch of near 50 games without a 100-yard rusher. We did it a lot in the air over the years, and our best teams and our best offenses have balance. And I think we're proving that we can have balance. We can pass protect really well. We can run block well. We got 2 guys out of the backfield who can run and catch. And we have maybe a few more weapons than people think with the emergence of some of these guys. But it's still, I think, a work in progress, and I think we still have some room to grow. But today was definitely the performance that we've been looking for.
Why are those downfield passes to the running back so difficult stopping? I mean, Aaron had the drop last week, but the touchdown this week. Vitale had one. What's the challenge that presents to the defense?
I would say simply that the expectation is usually for a route that doesn't go past 5 yards. I mean, I think most linebackers are expecting an in cut or an out cut or a stop on those type of routes. So they're really playing low shoulder, after about 5 yards, and we've been able to get on top.
Oh yeah. Young Moolah, baby.